Hello friends, welcome back. So in the previous step we saw how traditionally we create an object and we use that. So if you see, this class application has a dependency of employee class and the address class. If you go to the employee class, F3 function, F3 sorry, if you go to the employee class has a dependency of address. So we are maintaining all the dependency by using on. So here the developer has a responsibility to manage the dependency. Like class F has a dependency of two classes, so the developer will have to create the object of two classes and it will have to manage the employee class has a dependency of the address classes. So the developer has to manage to get an instance of the address class. Okay, so here now we will see and do the setup of inversion of control, Spring container and dependency injection. So for that you require to download the jar file of Spring Core, Spring Beans, Spring Context and the logging jar file if you are logging like logger.log. Okay, so but since we are using the Maven project, if you see here, we are using the Maven project, right, in pom.xml. So we don't need to go to the site and we need to download the jar file. So what we need to do, we just need to go to the pom.xml and provide the dependency. So to to write a code for the Spring Core, what are the dependency we required, we just need to mention here, and the jar file will be managed by the Maven. So Maven is the one who is going to manage the dependent jar file of the Spring Core, right? So let's see, go to the Maven repository and whatever the required jar file we required, we just need to mention here dependency. Okay, so what we need to do, we just need to go here and type maven repository.com. okay, so let's, yeah, so here you reached out to the Maven repository and type here Spring Core, right, enter, and thereafter Spring Core came, click in the Spring Core. Okay, click on the latest version 5.3.1, you can change anyone, copy this is the dependency artifact. Okay, go to your project, okay, and paste here. So one dependency we put here, right? So this Maven project will download the dependency for us, so we don't need to bother about to go and put into the go to the build part and add the third library jar part. So all these things will be taken care by the Maven. Okay, so same like go to the Maven repository and take a Spring Beans as well, Spring Beans, right? Search here, Spring Beans came, select the Spring Beans, select the latest version and Control C, go to the Eclipse project, okay, Control V. So we got the dependency of Spring Beans as well. Now again go to the Maven repository. Okay, another thing required, Spring Context. Okay, we'll tell you what is this all. Okay, Spring Context, Control C, come in here, Control V, again go to the Maven repository and look for the logger as well, common logger, let's take. Okay, so logger is the one, right, and better type Apache logger. Apache common logging, this one. Okay, select this version, 1.2 version, common logging 1.2, Control C, and thereafter Control V. Okay, and once you, as soon as you save, it will start downloading the jar file. See here, the building 50% completed, so it's downloading the jar file. If you go to the project, currently you see the Maven dependency, we have only one jar file, right? JUnit 3.1.jar. so once this jar file gets downloaded, okay, all the jar file we will be seeing in a Maven dependency, right? Get it downloaded. So if you see here, meanwhile Spring Core, this is the managed by all your bin will be managed by the Spring Core controller only. So this is the Spring bin which will provide the dependency. This is for Spring Context. So this is managed by all the object will be managed by context only, and this is for logger jar to log the information, right? So still it's not get downloaded, let it download. Yeah, so if you see, now the download has got completed. If you go to the Maven dependency, all the jar file that you had mentioned in the pom.xml all have got downloaded, and their dependency also have got downloaded, like Spring JCL, Spring Core, Spring Context, Spring Expect Oriented Programming AOP.jar, Spring Expression.jar, Common Logging.jar. If you come here and if you click on that Spring Context, okay, so if you see, the Spring Context has also a dependency of this jar file, right? Spring OAP, so this has also got downloaded. Spring Beans has also got downloaded. Spring Expression has also got downloaded. So if you go here and see, all the dependency has managed by the Maven repository, Maven, and they have downloaded all these things. So Maven has managed. You don't need to go and download one by one and go to the project. If you were not using the Maven, what you would have done, you have to click download the jar file manually, then you would have to download the build path, configure build path, and you need to add the third party jar file from here, right? Add external jar, this you would have done. So already if you see, click the Maven projectory, all have come here, right? And this is managed by the Spring container. So if you see here, the mainly we are looking for the three types of things. Spring Core, this is the Spring Core container, and this will all the object, all the bin will be created here, okay, and managed by this jar file. Spring Beans, all the all the bin is nothing, it's the object you will be creating, that will be managed by the IOC container. And Spring Context is nothing, it's IOC container only. So IOC container, as I told you, it will give you the control, okay, over to IOC to create and manage the lifecycle object. So it says developer don't need to create an object, the object shall be created by the IOC container or by the Spring Context by passing the details in an XML file. And this is for logger.log, when you need to log the file, right? So if you see here, all these things have overcome. And another thing that you need to do, you need to go to the source. Under the source, you need to create a XML file. XML, select XML, XML file, next, and then I will write let's say beans.xml, right? Let's put B as a caps, okay, beans.xml. So while using the Spring container, this is important, right? So what is the important? Sorry, you need to download this jar file, okay, and thereafter come here and you need to download this all jar file. You need to put in the dependency file, you need to create a bin XML file, okay, go to the source, and you need to configure over here. So by configuring this, by adding the jar file into the dependency and adding the bin.xml under the source folder, we have a platform ready to write an application using Spring Framework. Now your project Spring Framework demo is ready, is available to start writing a code under the Spring framework. Now our application is a full-fledged application Spring framework. So in the next step we will see how you can write the and achieve the applications by using the IOC container, how the dependency injection will come into the picture, how the developer not need to create an object. Okay, here developer is responsible to create an object. So in this using the application Spring application framework, using the IOC container, using the dependency injection, will remove all the dependency. Okay, we'll delete all these things and we'll write the code using the Spring framework with the help of IOC conversion. And remember one thumb rule: IOC says developer don't need to create an object using the new keyword. This responsibility will be given to the IOC inversion of control. So the control will be given to the IOC to create, manage all the object. So thanks all. If you have a time, see you in the next step. Bye bye. Please subscribe here. Please click here to subscribe this channel.